Violence has paralyzed large parts of Haryana, which is in the grip of a growing JAT quota agitation. The army has been called in and curfew has been imposed in several districts. Arson and loot continue through the night, with several hotels, malls, shops, even a railway station being set on fire. Mobs even looted guns from an armory. They've also blocked highways and rail tracks. Schools will remain shut in at least 8 districts till Monday. The army is currently carrying out flag marches in all 8 affected districts, and already a shortage of fuel and milk is being reported due to the road blockades enforced by the protesters in many areas, including Gurgaon on Delhi's outskirts. In fact, the army had to use choppers to enter some of these areas. On Friday, 3 people were killed in police firing. Also, hundreds of protesters had broken into the home of State Finance Minister Captain Abhimanyu and set it on fire.
The situation on ground is quite tense. In Panipat, a little while ago, the protesters have blocked the National Highway 1 as well. You can see the protesters sitting right in the middle of the National Highway 1. They've blocked both the sides of the highway. They're sitting there with their tractor trolleys, hundreds of them who've come here and gathered despite the Section 144. The administration first allowed them to gather at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium, which is right next to the highway, to hold a meeting. But soon after this meeting, the protesters took on to the National Highway 1, and despite the presence of the army, which is here on standby, the protesters are defiant. Paramilitary forces also assembling here on the National Highway 1, which is turning into a flashpoint between the administration and the protesters. The protesters are saying that they will not leave the National Highway 1 before their promised OBC quota. So clearly the situation on the ground very tense here in Panipat as well, just like in Rohtak, in Bhiwani and other districts. Qatar government is trying to speak to the Jat and Khap leaders and bring them to the talking table, but so far no success, because the number of people who are leading these protests in different villages, different districts is too much, and government is finding itself virtually helpless to contain this agitation for the OBC quota by the Jat community in Haryana. With camera person Arpit Jaiswal in Panipat, Anand Patel for NDTV.